So the new Chery Tiggo 7 plug-in hybrid is a very interesting model from the Chinese automakers. Chery has been well known for their cars here in South Africa, and they've been doing very well with sales. And I think that this new plug-in hybrid version is going to be a game changer for them, because this car drives really well and the throttle calibration has been fixed. Let's get into this review and I'll tell you what the price is, what you get with it on the exterior, what's on the inside and the interior, how neatly it is designed, how luxurious it is, what the cost of ownership is, fuel economy and all of that good stuff. So let's get it, guys. I think that this is one of the better vehicles that I've driven this year because of its value for money proposition. Entry level model will cost you 620,000 Rand, where the top spec will cost you 670,000 Rand. Both models you get in an extensive warranty, which I'll get into when we get to the cost of ownership. Both models are also powered by a 1.5 litre turbocharged petrol engine that works together with an electric motor. Combined output of 265 kilowatts and 530 Newton meters of torque, which is very powerful. Keep in mind what you're paying for this vehicle, 620,000 Rand. So, very powerful and it's very fuel efficient as well. Driving with a hybrid mode, you'll average to get about 4.9 liters per 100 kilometers. And then driving solely on the EV mode, you're able to get up to 93 kilometers driving range, which is very good if you're just driving to work and back. You're able to charge it when you get home, which will take you about 6 hours. Or if you go to a faster charging station, that will cut time down to 30 minutes. That's why I think it's one of the better vehicles that you should go for, because of its fuel efficiency, the price and the power that you get in from the drivetrain. Up front, there's LED daytime running lights with LED headlights, sequential turn signals, fog lights down below, and an imposing grille that's not too loud. There's also parking sensors up front and a parking camera up front as well. Very nice looking car. Coming along the side, you met with these 18-inch alloys that are aerodynamically designed. I think that's good. That will also help you with reducing the fuel economy. Color-coded side mirrors with turn signals integrated inside it. There's also another camera on the side which make up the 360 view camera. Color-coded door handles with keyless entry, so you don't need the key. When you just need to have the key in your pocket, put your hand there and it will open. Silver bits over here, silver trim around the windows, privacy glass which looks very nice. And at the rear you get in a roof spoiler with a brake light integrated inside it, LED tail lights that spans across the rear, Chery name badging, Tiggo 7 name badging, plug-in hybrid name badging. There's parking sensors at the rear and a parking camera at the back. The boot lid is electronically operated. Plenty of boot space at the back. You also get in a charging cable over here, which you can plug in your whole unit at home. Like I said, it will charge up the battery in about 6 hours, and then when we come around, this is where you plug in that charger. So there's this double charger for DC charging, which is a faster charger, which you'll find at charging stations. So let's jump inside and I'll show you what you get inside. We're on the inside now of the Chery 7 Tiggo plug-in hybrid, and it's a very comfortable and luxurious space. Leather wrapped seats, well, it's faux leather, leather wrapped door panels that has decent build quality, leather wrapped multifunctional steering wheel with buttons for the cruise control, lane keep assist, and then buttons for the infotainment system over there, which is nice and clear and it shows in high definition. Driver display, same story, nice and clear, high definition. There's wheel sensors which senses the pressure, tire pressure sensors, and a nice display of how much power we have left in our battery, as well as how much fuel there is left. It shows that we're in normal driving mode, because there are 3 driving modes to choose from: normal, eco and sport, easily toggled by the driving mode select over here. I do wish that this wasn't so flimsy and easy to twist around. There is a bit of a lag when you twist it, and it changes into the drive modes. And the drive modes, you can actually feel the difference when switching through them. It's a hybrid powertrain. These 2 buttons here, you can switch between hybrid mode or pure electric mode. Let's put it in EV mode. So now we're in EV mode, just using the electric motor, which is in the front. It has a nice display showing on the display over here, new energy. That's the display. It shows you the energy flow. So that's the motor and the electric motor, as well as the battery, which is charging up when we brake like that. It regenerates power, and yeah, it gives you more driving range in that manner. It has a dedicated hybrid transmission, which is basically like a CVT, and it's very smooth, very smooth. I like it. Let's go back into EV mode. At the moment we're doing above the speed limit, and it feels very comfortable. The underpinnings is solid, and so is the suspension setup. It has multi-link suspension in the rear and McPherson struts in the front, and it's tuned for comfortability. It does have a bit of a firm undertoning, but that's because it's giving you that stable ride quality, which I do like. The build quality on the inside is very good, although there is some creaks coming from the front here at some times, but I mean, you can overlook that, especially considering the price tag. It does look luxurious, and it does feel luxurious. It has wireless charging, it has USB Type A and USB Type C connectivity, so you can charge your phones up or whatever devices you have with you. Very spacious interior space and very comfortable, electronically adjustable seats. And in this top spec derivative, you also get heated or cooled seats. My cooling seats is on at the moment, and it has 3 levels to adjust from. It also has a fragrance dispensary with 3 different flavors to choose from. I don't know if you call it flavors, but 3 different scents to choose from. There's forest, charming air, and dark temptation. I don't like it, although it is there, and it does help make the cabin smell a bit better. You can set that up to go on as soon as you start the vehicle off, but I'll put it off. Yeah, there we go back. Power management, you can change between initial, smart and forced. That's the way the battery charges and all of that. It has discharge management, so you can discharge power from this vehicle as well. In terms of driver settings, it has, like I mentioned, it has cruise control, which is adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, front collision warning, and rear traffic alert, as well as on the side, if there's a car on the side, it will detect that there's another car. It's called lane departure. No, it's called blind spot monitoring, sorry. The driving experience is phenomenal, especially considering that price point. I like the feedback that's sent through the steering wheel. It is nicely dampened, and it has somewhat of a BMW feel. I might be exaggerating that a bit, but it does feel luxurious. It's close to a BMW feeling. Very comfortable drive. It feels confident behind the wheel. Like I said, we're going over the speed limit now, and it doesn't feel alarming or anything like that. Nice driver display, shows displays of what's going on in the road. When we get closer to the trucks, I'll show you that it will show that there is a truck in that lane. Let's just pick up some speed so that I can get there. There we go. Shows you the truck. It's also able to distinguish when there's a motorbike, a car, and a pedestrian. I think that's very cool. And these settings display the lane keep assist, lane departure warning, and all of that. This little sensor over here senses my attention on the road, so if I look away for too long, it will tell me that I'm not paying attention to that. Automatic climate control with physical buttons over here, which I like, and it blows nice and cool. In the top spec derivative, you also get in a panoramic sunroof that is massive, and it lets in nice natural light in the cabin. Build quality, it's nice, but there is a bit of an issue with some creaks coming from the front over here. But it feels good, it looks good, and it's very modern. I do like it. Like I've mentioned in the intro, this is one of the better vehicles that I've driven this year, so it's easy for me to recommend it because of its pricing, because of the power, because of the fuel efficiency, and because of the appeal on the road. We just came from Darling. We had breakfast or brunch, and then this guy came to ask us, what the car is that? He thought it was a Audi or a Haval. But I told him that's a Chery, and I explained to him the charging story and how much range you're able to get from the battery. He was quite impressed. So it's a very appealing vehicle especially for us South Africans, bringing about value for money. And yeah, I've enjoyed my time with this car over the week, and I'm a bit sad to take it back. Even though it's not like a sporty car or anything like that, someone like me, I would find myself buying a car like this. I think it's very attractive.